Welcome to English Language Shelf, guys. In this video, we will learn about prepositions. So, first of all, the general understanding of prepositions. Well, prepositions are those words that show the relationship between a noun or a pronoun and another word in a sentence. They actually explain the relationship of sequence, space, and logic between the object of the sentence and the rest of the sentence. They also help us understand order, time connections, and positions. So basically, it is all about noun and pronoun and another word in a sentence and the connection between noun or pronoun with the rest of the sentence, including the object of the sentence, in order to just frame a logic of order, time connection, and position. That's what preposition tells us. Basically, there is something which object of the sentence with respect to preposition has one proper term that is called object of preposition. You can see on your screen that the object of preposition, it's a grammar glossary, it's a proper term, so we will also discuss that. And you can see on your screen that there are so many types of prepositions: simple prepositions, double prepositions, preposition of time, prepositions of place or direction, etc. So as always, I will guide you through all of them one by one. So let's mind our English. First is simple prepositions. These are those words that express the relationship between nouns and pronouns of a sentence with the rest of the words. So in terms of complex sentences, they help to join two clauses. So sentences are of many types. We have simple sentences, compound sentences, complex sentences. But in complex sentences, they help to join two clauses, two sentences actually. And in simple sentences, they help to express the relation between nouns or pronouns with the rest of the sentence. Common simple prepositions are in, out, up, down, behind, front, etc. Then we have double prepositions. These are made by joining two simple prepositions. So the combination of two simple prepositions that function as one simple unit or one unit of a preposition, that is considered as double preposition. For example, into. We said that in is a single preposition, simple preposition, and to it is also a simple preposition. So combining two simple prepositions, it forms one unit, into, and this is considered as double prepositions. Similarly, we have onto, nearby, into, sorry, I've repeated that again, inside, inside of, in between, out of, etc. Then we have compound prepositions. These are composed by just more than two prepositions. They may be confused with double prepositions, but common thing is that they are made up of more than two words. Double prepositions has only two simple prepositions, but compound it has more than two simple prepositions. It may be having one word which is not a preposition, but still as a whole it will be considered as preposition. For example, with a view. With, it is a preposition. A, it's an article. View, it's also not a preposition, but as a whole it is considered as compound preposition. On behalf of, compound preposition. As a result of, compound preposition. On account of, on top of, etc. Then is participle preposition. Well, these are basically those that end with ing if it is present participle, or ed or en if it is past participle. And in simple words, these prepositions, they are used as prepositions instead of verbs. So actually, present verbs, present participle verbs, and past participle verbs that function as prepositions, those are called participle prepositions. Then we have disguised prepositions. Disguised basically something which is hidden. For example, uh, if you see the example o'clock, or let's say 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. So over here, it is an disguised preposition. It is a disguise because O over here means off the clock. Ahead, A means on the head. Ashore over here, A actually means on shore. A day, A over here actually means in a day. So you can see the definition. These are disguised as A or O in sentences. Then we have detached prepositions. Detached are those that are, you can say, separated from their object of preposition. For example, let me read the definition. These prepositions are detached from the interrogative pronouns or relative pronouns and adverbs and are sent to the very end of the sentence. So actually, interrogative pronoun or relative pronoun, from these two, the preposition is separated and sent to the very end. For example, where are you coming from? So over here, where, it's an interrogative pronoun, and from, it's a preposition. Commonly, how it's commonly it's phrased like, from where are you coming? From, where, they both are, attached. But if you detach them, separate them, so it becomes, where are you coming from? So as always, it is detached from its object. In other words, object of preposition. Then we have prepositions of time. Basically, they tell about time. They tell you about the relationship of time between nouns to the other parts of the sentence. Common examples are on, at, in, from, to, for, since, ago, etc. Prepositions of place or direction, as the word suggests, that it shows the relationship of place between the nouns to the other parts of a sentence. Commonly on, at, by, from, to, towards, etc. You see, on, at, from, and to, these are also prepositions of time as well as prepositions of place or direction. But it depends on the sentence, that once you write a sentence, then you have to figure it out, that okay, whether it's preposition of place or time. We will get to know that once we reach to the slide of examples. But first of all, definitions. Then we have prepositions of agents or things. These actually show the causal relationship between nouns and other parts of the sentence. Common examples are of, for, by, with, about, etc. Again, of, we see of, that it's also a simple preposition, and but at times it can also be preposition of agent. It depends on the context. Finally, we have prepositional phrase. Prepositional phrase are basically followed by a word or group of words that serve as its objects. So actually, how prepositional phrases are composed? They are composed of preposition, its object, and the modifiers of that object. For example, the future of the entire kingdom is uncertain. Over here, the future of the entire kingdom, this is a prepositional phrase, where kingdom, it's the object, of, it's a preposition, the entire, it's a modifier, in other words, adjective, and kingdom, it's the object of preposition perhaps, but it's not properly object of preposition. Yeah, we can say object of preposition is uncertain. So the future is the noun, and of the entire kingdom, it's actually functioning as adjective. Kingdom, it's object of preposition. Let me further clarify what object of preposition is. Basically, it is the noun or pronoun that follows a preposition. So over there, kingdom, it's an object of preposition. Further examples, the athletes cycled along the route. Along, it's a preposition. The route, this is object of preposition. Jane baked a cake for her mother. For, it's a preposition. Her mother, object of preposition. I forgot the keys on the table. On, it's a preposition. The table, object of preposition. But there is one thing that you should, know in order to find the difference between prepositions. The examples that I have shared with you with regards to prepositions, all of them are not compulsory prepositions. They can be infinitive or conjunction. For example, I have to go home. To, although we have studied that it is simple preposition, but over here it's infinitive because after to we have a verb go, to go, so it's infinitive. I need water and spaghetti for cooking dinner. I need water and spaghetti for cooking dinner. So for, it's a conjunction because after that there is a verb. It's a conjunction. Although for, it's a preposition, but in this sentence it's a conjunction. Similarly, he will inform us by sending an email. By, it's it's a conjunction over here. So this is the difference that you have to see, that object of preposition is always followed by a noun or pronoun. But if it is not followed by these two, then it is something else. It may be conjunction or it may be infinitive depending on the context. Now let's look at some examples. Some examples of simple prepositions like he has to leave for office early. For, it comes with a noun office, so therefore it's preposition. She goes to college. To, it's a preposition. To, with a noun college. May I sit beside you? Put off the light, Mike. Well, put off, it's a uh, phrasal verb, put off. But we also studied that phrasal verbs are composed of either verbs plus preposition or verbs plus adverb. In this sentence, off, it's a preposition because it comes with noun, the light. Therefore, put off the light, off, it's simple preposition. Double prepositions, are you out of your mind? Two prepositions. Out, it's also a simple preposition. Off, it is also a simple preposition. Joined together forms one unit, so-called double preposition. I was allowed to see inside of the church. He lives nearby a grocery store. Something slammed into him from behind, knocking him out. So from behind as one unit, it's a double preposition, and into, it is also a double preposition. So it's possible that you can make a sentence of more than one double preposition. Then we have to look at the examples of compound prepositions. My house is in front of the supermarket. She stacked the heavy boxes on top of each other. He bought a new dress in addition to the shoes. In spite of his parents' strictness, he dropped out from college. You can see the fourth sentence that it is functioning as a subject in spite of his parents' strictness. So, prepositional phrase, sorry, compound prepositions or any other kind of preposition, uh, they can be the subject of a sentence or they can be the object of the sentence or they may function as adverb or adjective. That's how it actually becomes a bit scientific, but we won't go into that part. Then we have some examples of participle prepositions. For example, assuming the possibility of rain, she carried an umbrella. Over here, assuming its participle preposition. because it is present participle. But if we have a sentence like, she was assuming the possibility of rain, so here assuming is functioning as verb. It is not a participle preposition because she was, it's a subject, assuming verb, the possibility of rain, object. Following their agreements, they decided to raise the salary. Following over here, it's participle preposition, but in in a sentence like they were following their agreements, following in this sentence, it's a verb. What about past participle? Let's look at those two examples. I was happy given the fact that I got great marks. Given, it's a participle preposition because given comes with the fact. The book was taken back from him. Taken back from him. So with a noun. The fact is also a noun, and from him, back from him. So that's also a noun. Noun phrase. Then we have disguised prepositions. They are disguised in two letters, either A or O. For example, I wake up at 5 o'clock. O, it's a disguised preposition. They went ashore. A, disguised preposition. We have a train to catch at 6 o'clock. O, again a disguised preposition. He visits the river once a day. A, it's a disguised preposition. Detached prepositions, they are detached from their object of preposition. For example, is that the neighborhood you are headed to? Commonly, how is such sentence phrased? Are you headed to that neighborhood? To that neighborhood. So, I mean, to with an object of preposition. That neighborhood. Neighborhood, it's the object of preposition, but since it is being detached, so therefore it's a detached preposition. He is the man whom I was talking about. Whom, it's a relative pronoun. Commonly, people would say, I was talking about him. About him. About a preposition. And him, it's an object of preposition, but when it is detached and sent at the end of the sentence, then it is detached preposition. Similarly, which of the houses you are working in? Which of the houses you are working in? Commonly, it is phrased as in which of the houses you are working in. In with a relative pronoun. In which of the. So preposition comes with noun or pronoun. So which over here, it's a relative pronoun. So therefore, in which, so in is a preposition, but if detached, if sent at the end of the sentence, then it is a detached preposition. Then we have prepositions of time. Basically, it tells you about time. For example, he started working at 8 a.m. There is a time. The company shall shut down on 25th October. There is a time. She has been ill since Monday. So Monday it's a day, but still a time. Since. So at, on, since, these are examples of prepositions of time. Prepositions of place or direction. Harry is at home. At, home, home a noun, a place. I came from England. England it's a place. The thief broke into the house. The house it's a place. Therefore, at, from, into are considered as prepositions of place or direction. What about prepositions of agents or things? Those are also pretty simple. This article is about smartphones. About, preposition, smartphone, it's a thing. So therefore, preposition of thing. Most of the guests have already left. The guests, agents, the guests. So therefore, of is preposition of agents. The boy who was playing with his elder brother. The boy was playing with his elder brother. With, it's a preposition because it comes with his elder brother, agent. So therefore, prepositions of agent. I am honored by the president. I am honored by whom? By the president. So therefore, there is agent, the president, and by will be considered as preposition of agent. However, if we have a sentence like I am honored by coming on stage, then here by is not a preposition. Instead, it is conjunction. Last, prepositional phrase. Well, basically, once again, I revise that what prepositional phrase is, that it is composed of number one, preposition, number two, its object, in other words, object of preposition, and number three, the modifiers of that object. And some of these prepositional phrases can function as adverb or adjective. Let's look at some examples. We searched through the deepest woods. We searched through the deepest woods. Through the deepest woods, it is a prepositional phrase which is functioning as adverb because searched, it's a verb. Therefore, this prepositional phrase functions as adverb. By the way, how is John? Over here, the way, it's the object of preposition by. By the way, how is John? It is functioning as adverb. All were speaking at the same time. All were speaking. Speaking, it's a verb. At the same time, it functions as an adverb. Okay, one more thing that I would like to add. You see the second sentence, by the way, how is John? How did I know that it's an adverb? Well, if you see the sentence structure, then it is like, by the way, subject, how is, verb, John, object. So therefore, subject, verb, how is, it's a verb. So therefore, something which modifies the verb becomes adverb. Therefore, it is functioning as adverb. Please sit down for a while. For a while it's an object of preposition, functioning as adverb. Sit down, it's a verb, therefore functioning as adverb. Same is the case with adjectives, that some prepositional phrases they function as adjectives. For example, my uncle with the lake house invited us. Uncle, it's a noun, and noun followed by something with a preposition. So, I mean, uncle, it's a noun, and this with the lake, it's a description that I have an uncle who actually lives in a lake house or who actually owns a lake house. Therefore, with the lake house as prepositional phrase, it's functioning as adjective. The tall boy from my English class plays basketball. It is functioning as adjective. Have you read the Shakespeare play about the Scottish king? It is again functioning as adjective because Shakespeare play, it's a noun, Shakespeare play. And the phrase about the Scottish king, it is describing the play, that which play, the play about the Scottish king. So therefore it's functioning as adjective. So that's all about prepositional phrases and many other types of prepositions. So in this you can see all the bold words, the way, time, while, hand, house, class, and king, they all are object of prepositions. That's all, friends. We are done with prepositions. Next up, we will discuss conjunctions. So guys, if you like this lecture, subscribe to my channel, click the bell icon, give it a like. If you have any doubts or would like to share any suggestions, please leave your words in the comment box and I'll be happy to reply them. And share this video with your friends and family. My channel, English Language Shelf. So waiting to see you in the next lecture. Bye bye and have a great day.